further down your depth chart can come up with a significant night. That was Keelan Martin for you tonight. How significant was his play overall in overcoming the Cavs tonight?
Yeah, very. I mean, Keelan was big, hit big shots. I just like the way he rebounded it too. I thought his defense was very good. He was our, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 boards out there. Our second leading rebounder. Defense was good and hit big shots, and had a big game. And teammates were looking for him to get him the ball. And then, even when he didn't have the ball, he was stretching the defense there at the end. Played great. I'm proud of him. He stayed ready this whole year and is making the most of it.
Other questions, please. Pat, go ahead again.
You went with Keelan for, I think, 8 minutes or so on Saturday night in the fourth quarter, and generally you've been using him more. Is there anything that you have seen from him that has led you want to play him more, and clearly that decision is paying off?
Yeah, just the way that he's playing on the defensive end is what starts it for me, and then when he gets that offense, that's just a bonus for him. But I like him out there because I think he's a versatile defender. I think he plays with strength, and tonight I thought he had some big rebounds that we needed, where he went over the top of some people and got 2 hands on it and came down with it. So I just like the way he's been playing. I thought our whole team tonight, after halftime, played much better. We started the game very nice, but then I like the way that we played in the second half. Played good basketball.
J. Michael.
Hey, Nate, you guys had, as you said, you played your better basketball after halftime. What was so difficult in that first half? You looked like it was going to be potentially an easy night, and then they got back into it. Was it just you were trying to find a shot maker like Keelan? Because I know Jared Allen was kind of in the bigs, and they were staying in the paint, trying to clog that up and trying to make you guys hit shots. Was it just a matter of finding someone who could hit the shots that kind of changed the tide, or was it something else?
Well, no question, the shots that Keelan made, changed the game. But to get back to the first part of your question, defensively to start the game, I think they scored, or we fouled them on the first possession of the game. Then we had 4 straight stops. And then that was it for a while. Our defense there for a while wasn't getting the consecutive stops that we talked about. We were giving up easier ones in the paint and transition. And that's what we talked about in timeouts. And the biggest thing that we talked about at halftime. And I just think in the second half, we just guarded so much better. Justin Holiday did a very nice job on Sexton in the second half of keeping him in front of him, challenging when needed. I thought our weak side was better in the second half, and just our rebounding, our overall defensive presence. And then you add the bonus there with Keelan Martin hitting those shots, and it builds for a fun night.
Brendan.
Yeah. Hey, Coach. Another thing of note is Karas's assist numbers have been up as of late. Was that something that was kind of focused on in practice, or something he's picked up as he's continued to play more?
Well, we've been talking a lot about here lately of playing the right way, sharing the basketball, playing team offense, playing team defense. And you can see Karas out there trying to really push the pace in the half court. Get the half court offense started with pace and with force. And you're also seeing him really try to make the right plays. He's finding Domas late, on some dump offs. He's hitting them early on some pocket passes, spraying it out and throwing it ahead when he needs to. So, that's a job of a point guard, and he's playing that well. Him and TJ out there, playing the point guard spot for us. It's to get touches, to get other people touches, to get the ball moving, to get it, really so we can share it out there. And our point guards are doing a good job with that.
Tony East.
Nate, maybe I may be an untrained eye, but it feels like the last couple of games you guys have played less zone defense than you have leading up to these last couple of games. Has that been a matchup thing, or has that been a focus from you guys to maybe stay with more man and more simple principles?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep getting better, throughout the course of the season, to keep getting better at our man-to-man, to be solid in our man-to-man. And there was times there in the first half where it was going tough for us to get stops. But like I said, that second half, that was the man-to-man defense that we want to play. And you're right, we have played less zone.
Pat Boylan.
You close out the season here with 5 games in 8 days. You've got Philadelphia and Milwaukee and the Lakers coming in. Can you just speak to the challenge of not only the schedule itself, but just how condensed it is as you hit your most important part of the year here?
Yeah, and it just, it so happens to be that way. I think, the reason why it's condensed here at this time too is, we had kind of that week break, during the first half of the season. I think there was a couple games that got moved. I think there was like a Houston game and a San Antonio game that got moved. And then the second half of the schedule got a little busier at times, but nothing to make an excuse about or to complain about. We played a good basketball game here tonight. We've got to get on this airplane and learn what we can from this one and learn what we can from the last time that we played Philadelphia and go out and play as hard as we can and just keep playing basketball the right way. So, our next focus here is right on the 76ers.
Anything else for Coach this evening? Perfect. Thank you, Nate. We appreciate it.
Thank
Nice
you
work.
very much. Thanks.
gone according to plan for you guys, but you found a way to get a much needed win. What was the key to pulling away tonight late against Cleveland?
To be honest, Keelan played a great game, and he carried us down the stretch when we needed energy, when we needed a bucket. He made some big ones. So, hats off to him for, staying ready. The minutes are not always there for him, but, he's always stayed encouraged and he stayed ready. And he got a shot tonight and he came through. We needed that. So, hats off to him.
Brendan?
Yeah, hey, Karis. So over the past 3 games, I think you've compiled 30 assists. Was this something of focus for you as of late?
I mean, that's kind of how I play, to be honest with you. I played a lot of point guard throughout my career. And I think the first couple months here, I was kind of just off the ball a little bit. So my job was kind of just to score it. But I'm comfortable playing with the ball in my hands. I know how to get guys shots. I'm pretty, comfortable running an offense. So I've been put in a position to do that over the past couple games while Malcolm's out. And I'm just trying to, hold the fort down.
Tony East.
Karis, as you get more reps playing with Domantas Sabonis, how do you feel like you guys' chemistry has developed, and how much more room do you feel like you do have room to grow as partners on the court?
Yeah, he's a special talent. He finishes great around the basket. He has great hands. He's a great passer. So it's going to be important for us to keep growing it. It's grown so much since I've gotten here. And I think you can see that just watching. But, each and every game, each and every, rep and possession, I think it gets better.
How well do you feel like he complements your skills specifically?
Yeah, he complements it really well. Like I said, he's a great passer. He's probably the best passing big I've played with for sure. So he gets me a lot of easy baskets on backdoor cuts, running in transition and things like that. So like I said, as our chemistry continues to grow, I think, the team will be better for it.
Christos?
Karis, what did you change as a team in the second half, and how easy made your game, Domantas and Keelan on the court?
In the second half, I feel like we buckled down on defense a little bit more. The first half they got some easy baskets, they got some some transition. They hit some baskets too. I think Jared hit a 3. He's not a 3-point shooter. They hit some step back threes late in the clock. But I think we weathered the storm all night. In the second half, we got the stops necessary down the stretch. I think it was tied at 95. We got like 3 stops in a row. We got some transition baskets. Keelan hit a 3. Domas pushing the pace. He got a layup. So I think, that was huge for us down the stretch. I think it was like 4 minutes left or something like that.
Pat, go ahead.
Karis, looking forward, counting tonight, you close the year with 5 games in 8 days. You've got Philadelphia and Milwaukee and the Lakers coming in. And for a team that needs wins like you guys do, what's the key to finishing out what seemingly is a pretty tough schedule strong here?
Playing together, putting together a full game. I think tonight wasn't a full game for us. We came out strong, and then we had lapses. We had lapses in the game. We had lapses defensively. We didn't move the ball like we wanted to. And then we finished strong. If we put together a full game, I think we'll be fine the next couple of games. Just believe in each other, believe in, the coaching staff, and I think we'll be fine.
J. Michael.
Karis, how much better or more connected do you guys feel simplifying your defensive coverages? Has that kind of played into maybe being able to get some of these stops down the stretch? Because it's like you guys were gapping and helping each other well and seeming to be on the same page better in this game and even in the Wizards game than what you guys had been previously.
I think communication was a huge part of it. We were talking, down the stretch. Just knowing players' tendencies, knowing that in the crunch time, in the clutch, what players want to do, what players want to score, which players want to pass and are comfortable shooting the ball late in games. And I think we're thinking the game better late in games, and it's really helping us.
Any other questions for Karis? Cool. Thanks, Karis. Appreciate it.
Yep.
It was tough on you physically and mentally. Do you feel at all, though, that you're more rested and have more energy here down the stretch? And how much does that have to do with how well you've been playing lately?
Could be, obviously, getting some time to rest always helps, but during that, I don't know, 6-game, 7-game stretch, I sat and watched every game, so it's a different perspective when you're watching the whole game and analyzing it, and trying to see things. So I feel like that really helped me.
Tony East.
Domas, you've gotten a chance to play more with Karras, especially as he handles the ball more in recent games with Brogdon out. How do you feel like your chemistry with him is developing on the court, and how do you feel like you guys' skill sets complement each other?
It's great, I love playing pick and rolls, being in the two-man game with someone aggressive, and he's that man, he's making great reads, he's making shots. So every game we're just trying to find more and more what we can do, and we just want to improve and build that chemistry better.
Christos, go ahead.
Thomas, how important for you is to maintain the second half's effort until the end of the regular season? And without Miles, without Malcolm, do you feel more responsible to make a step up on the court?
Yeah, of course. As one of the leaders, it's always our responsibility to come out and play hard every game. Especially now when we have so many guys out, Jeremy, Miles, Malcolm. And we just got to come out and just play hard. Play hard and play together. The most important thing is once we move the ball, that everybody gets going, everybody's happy. And then we have energy to defend and everything. Good things happen.
Pat.
You and Karras had big nights. That's really been the case in most games recently. But tonight you also got a big performance from Keelan Martin, who has been a bit unheralded and out of the rotation for a lot of the year. What was his impact on the floor tonight and ultimately allowing you guys to pull away late?
He was big, he's always aggressive. He always stays ready, he's always in here working, getting extra shots, and he just taking advantage of his opportunity, and today was one of those days, he got hot. He started making threes. He was guarding, he got offensive rebounds, so he just gave us that energy spark that we needed.
Tony East.
Domas, are you the type of person who checks the standings and sees where you guys are at with the playoffs and playing so close, or do you try to ignore it and focus on the day-to-day?
Definitely. It's important. Every game matters. We're looking. We just saw that the Wizards lost, but it all depends on us. We're trying to play better at every game together, but also we want to play in the playing game. And if we can get home court or get as high as we can in the standings, there's still 4 games left. No one knows what can happen. So we just want to be in the best shape mentally and physically for these playing games.
Pat.
Along those lines, this final week is really condensed, and you've got some of the best teams in the NBA visiting the Fieldhouse coming up. What's going to be the key for you guys to closing out this year strong, considering how challenging that schedule is?
Yeah, we have a lot of tough teams coming in, but I think it's a good challenge for us, to go against these dominant teams and really see, if we're actually getting better or what's up. Just go out there and have fun. And we're at home, so we're going to have the home crowd helping us out, and it's going to be a good preparation. Just got to keep playing, keep trying to get better.
Any other questions? All right, cool. Thanks, Domas.
Yeah, thanks, guys.